Howdy, sailors, Piper Man here, Piper the Sailor Man, coming to you from the beautiful island of Puerto Rico here with my Peterson harp. And I'm smoking plum. I didn't, my stem was loose and I had to fire it up. So I might have a little. These Harper Petersons are well made. What I like about it is basically the stem is wide, and I got that like cuspid is bent away, so it doesn't blow in my face. This is gonna give me a little problem lighting it. I didn't crumble the crumble cake. You really gotta know how to crumble it. Take your time. I just rushed, grabbed, stuck it in there, and with crumble cake you really have to be patient so you can enjoy your smoke. But when I like it really hangs. Seven really has a nice one like this too, but so far I like this. Very comfortable. It's not heavy. It's got a little band around it. This cost me $115, and I love it. You know, I love it. I've been watching your guys. I've been watching you guys on YouTube and reviewing some old stuff you put us. Saint Saint Dave's who did one on me. I had seen it once and I saw it again and made me laugh. Hey, he had a little accent there. Hmm? I'll tell you what this punk kick is so nice on it is the Latakia. It's hard to get Latakia, and they really took the time. I don't know, they let it age or where they get the Latakia, but it's awesome. It's really nice. Very rich. When you get that very rich taste, you can taste the quality. It burns well, it's composed well. The blend is nice. It's you can taste the individual. I can taste a little Perique, you know, or enough Oriental. It's just a perfect blend. Perfect blend with a nice smoking tobacco. You can't lose out on it. That's what you look for. Tunnel says the Nirvana smoke. Heck yeah! I mean, if you gonna put something in, it might as well be good. You might as well enjoy it. Hopefully, it can take you someplace. Interesting. I had, I'm on Facebook. I like Facebook. I can talk to my family, talk to people, run into people. There was a woman, supposedly, right? She said something very interesting. She said, I always like what you say, and but I seem to not be able to tag you. Can't find you, tag you, won't accept it or whatever. Hmm. So I went to the page. It was a Lieutenant General, North Command in Syria. I said to myself, no command. And I saw she had legitimate pictures on it. Then when I went to look at her archive, there was no archive or no address. It said she was divorced. I got a feeling somebody I knew from my past that was trying to get information to find out if I was still married or not, if I had kids. I decided to block the individual. I don't have time for that. You know, how do people have time? I mean, there's a lot of things you need to do. You gotta work. But how do people have time to get into other people's business? You know, they live vicariously. You know, they see things and it could be fake news. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this might as well be random thoughts because uh, um, Fox got slapped with that 700 and I think 87 million, 700 something $1 million. That's a problem. The media is continually lying. I don't care what media is. They lie. They lie, or they exaggerate, or they take things out of context. It's disgusting. What happened to Walter Cronkite? He was probably lying back then too. What happened to Dan Rathers? Huh? What happened to And what's interesting, some of those guys were pipe smokers. I think one of the guys that would one of the guys that was who covered Watergate was a pipe smoker. There was a whole bunch of journalists back then that smoked pipe. I remember going to the New York Times building, going inside. I must have been about 12 years old. Went inside. I had a cousin that would early in the morning pick up papers on these huge trucks, go around, drop them off different points in Manhattan, and I would ride in the truck with them. And I recall walking in there, everybody was smoking. People were typing the old typewriters, ka 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 ka, and you could see somebody smoking a cigar over there, pipe smoker, the editor be smoking pipe. It was always uh, pipe smoking and cigar smoking and cigarette smoking. Everywhere, you know? I don't like that sound, man. Got it like I really pressed it down. I'm gonna light it one more time. If it doesn't light, I don't mess it up. It happens from time to time, even the best of us, man. There you go. It's like a car. Sometimes you gotta give it a tune up. So yeah, I remember going to see Joe Frazier. Joe Frazier fighting Jimmy Ellis at Madison Square Garden. Uncle took me. in the old garden, the old garden. You walk up in there, and you walk from top, and you had to walk your way down. When you saw, they had the old time scoreboards. You couldn't see it because the cloud of smoke was going up all over that place. It was amazing. Everybody was well dressed. I remember baseball games. Going to see the Yankees, going to see the Mets play. I wait to see uh I wait to see the Twins, Tony Oliva, uh Hillebrew, the Detroit Tigers. Used to come to town, had a great team. They had a guy named Dick Tiger on it. I like Baltimore Orioles, Andy Etchebarria, Paul Blair, Boot Powell, Brooks Robinson on third, Mark Bellinger shortstop. I used to know my baseball, man. They had that brick wall there. Oh, it was great baseball. The mountain was like 9 feet tall. You had to go dress. You see all these men white. You see the newspaper reporters with their hat. It was nice. Now everybody looks so raggedy going to basketball games, going to baseball games. See, those people had class. Whether you were religious or not, on Easter, people got dressed. Even nominal, some only would only go to church on Easter, but they be dressed up. My mother, my aunt to be all dressed up, big hats. Men wore their. Uh, I remember my mom bought me. I'm very proud of it. Bill Blass suit with cufflinks, nice shirt, Oxford tie, Oxford shoes. Those were the days where you got dressed. You didn't have to have a lot of money, but you had to have dignity. You know, you could be poor and still be dressed on Sunday or whatever did the Christmas or whatever. And it was so much fun. And you knew who would be uncomfortable being dressed and put on their tie and they didn't want to wear a tie. Or the girls, Tom girls didn't like to wear skirts. You could tell it was a little funny there. Starting to happen with them girls. Yeah, it seemed like every town had a tomboy, you know? And there was always some guy that would be feminine, some guy that would be a court jester, another guy that would be like a nerd. Cast the characters. And if you were from an old town where everybody knew each other for over 100 years, oh my God, the gossip and the murmuring. I guess that's why I like that song by Bobby Gentry, Tallahatchie Bridge. On Choctaw Bridge. She can sing them slave songs. Jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge. Oh man, Glenn Campbell. I love me some Glenn Campbell. Wichita Lineman. Midnight Cowboy. I like that movie. early movies, you know. Yeah, Midnight Cowboy. One of my all-time favorite was Chisholm, John Wayne. Chisholm, roaring Chisholm, da 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 da. Henry Fonda. How the West Was Won. All the spaghetti westerns, you remember them? Goodbye the Ugly, Fistful of Dynamite, Fistful of Dollar, uh, Plains Drifter, Pale Rider. My all-time favorite was Josie Wales. Josie Wales lit them boys up, man. Josie Wales had that Colt 6-shooter. He come riding. Josie Wales. Man, I saw one that was really good was out of James game. And I like that one by Warren Beatty, Faye Dunaway. You know, back in the 1920s, man, you had cigar smokings, you had gangsters, well-dressed gangsters, Dylan. The FBI was going after them. And T. Fords. Woo! Roaring 20s, man. Cigars, cigarettes, pipes. There was some hot women back then, too. Woo! We think about the girls loose now. They was loose back then. And women. But I heard this story. There was a store, I think it closed that called Nat Sherman for a long time. He got into the business because of organized crime. You know? And then after hours, they used to use the joint to move stuff. That's a story I heard about that tobacconist shop. It was well connected, organized crime. Bootlegging on the side, tobacconist shop. Well, that's all for now. It's a random thought. You guys have a good one, man. I'm enjoying this smoke, talking to you guys. You guys are great. All of you. God bless. Stay strong, my brother. If you're gonna pastor, pastor. You know who I'm talking to. Don't worry about it. There's always gonna be people slandering. There's always gonna be people talking. If you know you're right before the Lord, keep moving. There's no time to waste now. Victory. There's Piper Man signing out.